everyone, and welcome to another episode of House and Home. I'm here at the beautiful Koke Hanua Resort here in Poribara Village, and I will be speaking to the owner of this place shortly, Mr. William Kwara. But before that, coming up on tonight's show, we have cooking, Bmobile, some home decor and life hacks for you, and a color story.
Hi guys, my name is Bethany Harriman. I'm the ABC News PNG producer, and I have been invited onto the show today, House and Home, to cook one of my favorite Friday night dishes. It is grill, and it's lamb, the star of the show, with salad, which my Mrs. Lyanne Jorari absolutely loves. And for myself, being a lay boy, we have a lot of aupa and beans and broccoli, so that's what I'll be cooking for myself. Over here we have aupa. Everybody has had aupa. It's nutritious greens available in local markets and also supermarkets. All of the ingredients are affordable. You can find it in any shop in Port Moresby or the local market. So we have the lamb shoulder cuts that we will season with salt and pepper before they go onto the grill. And then we have broccoli, cow, which is your really healthy carbohydrates. And then we have carrots, beans, tomato, and lettuce for salad. So let's start prepping. The first thing we do is peel a cow, which I have already. Peel this one, but you have to be really careful with cow and peel it really well because it's going to go in the grill. So yeah, make sure you peel your cow really well, get it nice and clean. So after you chop your portions up, we'll give it a good wash and we'll season them and then put them on the grill. And second, let's prep up our vegetables. So we have aupa here, we've got salad here. We'll make the vinaigrette first. So what you need in your standard vinaigrette is vinegar, olive oil, salt and pepper for taste, and with a tablespoon you get 2 parts olive oil into a little saucer or mixing bowl. Let's move on to the salad, the next thing on the list. So don't be afraid, use your hands, be brave, have confidence in yourself all the time. So I have lettuce, we have lettuce here, straight in. I normally just take my cherry tomatoes whole, but Lyanne likes them chopped. My partner loves them chopped. You don't have to be a chef to cook. You just have to have the passion, I think. Okay, so onions in, roughly cut. Doesn't have to be too pretty. The salad is almost done, and this is not a must, but I have feta cheese, smooth, and you don't have to add this if you don't have it. We've dressed the salad. We've drizzled some of that magic vinaigrette on. Put it down. Move your salad to your center, on top of your board. Don't be afraid to use your hands. God-given hands. So right in and give that a toss. So we've done Lyanne's salad, and now we're moving on to my local vegetables now. So we have aupa, broccoli, carrots, beans. So chop your aupa up. It doesn't have to be perfect. So beans. I love carrots because they are filled with good stuff, good vitamins that are good for your eyes, your skin, your hair. Now to the seasoning part. Always season everything. Use olive oil. I recommend olive oil. This is the diced garlic we did earlier on. Season with pepper, regular black pepper. You don't have to have fancy pepper. Season with salt. With your magic fingers, Give the whole thing a toss to get it all mixed. And there you go, beautiful kumu. So this is the next step of our cooking, and pardon the smoke because we have the grill going on. The olive oil helps the salt and pepper stick on, and it will help it get some color. Some pepper, some salt. We pop these cows onto the grill to get that coloring and consistency we need. So that's the first one. Second one. Don't be afraid if the cow is burnt, because we want that to happen. We want to sort of char the outside, and then we're going to wrap it up inside the aluminium foil to get the steam, let it cook inside it. And then you get your lamb, place it on your chopping board, drizzle a bit of olive oil. Again, for the same reason, like the cows, you drizzle olive oil, salt, pepper. Once you season your lamb, you move across to the grill. Now when the lamb gets onto the grill, it entirely depends on how you want your lamb, you know. If you want it like tender and soft or really, really well done, it's entirely up to you. We're gonna get our cow off the grill after the colorization. Cows are on the foil, and now to add some olive oil. Drizzle some olive oil. A little bit more salt and pepper. Now there you go. There's your packaged cow, and we'll move to the grill again. Place it on the grill. There you go. So we leave the cow on. Now we have to take our meat off because it is well done. So grab a plate, take your meat, put it on the plate. There you go. Now this is probably something new. Not a lot of people see, but chefs will understand what I'm doing. So onto the grill, directly onto the fire. To show you guys what we're doing, there you go. Toss the vegetables. Your hands are gonna get burnt, but that's what makes it really fun. While I'm still on the grill, I wrap it up and just leave it on for it to get some steam going. If you feel like it's not covered up properly, you can add more aluminum foil just so that it can trap all of that heat. So we're given time for our kumu to cook and our cow to cook as well. The cow around 10 to 15 minutes, and the kumu wrapped up to steam no less than 10 minutes, around that time. So now let's move across for the plating. Let's go. I'm so happy I can be informal with House and Home and cooking. I can be myself and not the serious news reporter. So here we go. The cows are done. I'm excited. The camera guys are excited. And here we go. So the cow is soft, beautiful. Oh wow! Look at that, cooked, perfect. So that's a cow. That's your cow. Nice and hot cows. Pretty hot. I should have used something. Okay, my steamed vegetables. Alpa, carrots. There we go. There we go. With the cheese, of course. So make sure you have washed hands when you do this. And there you have it. Okay guys, so this is it. This is Friday night grill with my partner and I. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for having me on the show and sharing my cooking ideas with you all. Hopefully you'll learn something. And here's Lyanne here to
Nice.
join me for Friday grill. Thank you. Cow cow. Oh, that's hot. Well, folks, that's it. Thank you for joining me for Friday Grill. I hope you enjoy your cooking wherever you are in Papua New Guinea. Thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the show. I'm here with Devin from Bmobile. Thank you, Devin, for making your time. So Devin will be speaking to us about the second anniversary of their cheap mobile data plans and what other offers they have in store for us.
Thank you, Rosemary. Pleasure to be here. Hi, everyone. 2 years ago, Bmobile reduced our data plans by 80%, and I'm proud to sit here and tell us that I believe we changed the internet market for PNG, and suddenly data became affordable for the average Papua New Guinean. So we went from 3 kina being from 50 megabytes, from 3 kina going to 500 megabytes, and that's something we're very proud of here at Bmobile.
Tell us more about the second anniversary of the cheap mobile data plans.
Great question, Rosemary. To celebrate this second anniversary, for the month of July, every Bmobile customer, whether it's 7.5, 7.6, or 7.8 mobile customer, each time you subscribe to a Bmobile cheap mobile data plan, you get twice the data. That's right, twice the data for the same price, and that's why we're excited about celebrating our second anniversary with all our customers.
That sounds like a fantastic offer. So what are customers going to receive when they subscribe to the cheap mobile data plans?
No, excellent. Bmobile cheap mobile data plans, we have 7 plans. So if you subscribe to the dynamic daily, you get 500 megabytes bonus data. That's 1 gigabyte for only 3 kina. If you subscribe to the Giga Treat, you get a gigabyte of bonus data, so that's 2 gigabytes for 6 kina. If you subscribe to the Trupler, you get 2 gigabytes of bonus data, so that's a total of 4 gigabytes for 12 kina. If you love surfing the net or you love buying data for on your fortnights, you've got the fortnight fix, where you spend 30 kina, you get a 5 gigabyte bonus data, so that's a total of 10 gigabytes for only 30 kina. If you love big data, then you've got the massive plan, and that's for 55 kina, you get a bonus 10 gigabytes, so there's 20 gigabytes for 55 kina. Then you have the colossal plan, so for 110 kina, you get 20 gigabytes of bonus data, so that's 40 gigabytes in total. And finally, if you're a mammoth user and you love a lot of data, for 150 kina, you get 30 gigabytes bonus, so that's 60 gigabytes for only 150 kina. And that's why we're celebrating cheap mobile data with our customers.
That's amazing value. Are there any more offers currently ongoing?
We've been running our free SIM promotion for the past 3 months, and for the month of July, if you go to any of our retail outlets and if you get a free SIM, you also receive double the data. So with the free SIM, it comes preloaded with a Bmobile More Week pack, and that's unlimited calls for 7 days, 30 minutes to call other networks, 30 SMS, 300 megabytes, but you also receive a bonus 300 megabytes, so that's 600 megabytes in total for the free SIM offer. So it's a great offer. I encourage customers who don't have a Bmobile number, please get out to our retail outlets and grab yourself a free SIM.
what do we need to do to take advantage of the free SIM offer?
So everyone, it's pretty simple. Please head down to any participating Bmobile retail outlet. Grab yourself a free SIM. Make sure no SIM, no ID. So please bring with yourself a valid ID, and then our wonderful colleagues down there at the retail outlets will assist you to get your free SIM and start taking advantage of the Bmobile second anniversary cheap mobile data promotion.
Is there anything else Bmobile customers can take advantage of?
We've recently launched our world-class affordable brands, which is the Bmobile All-Stars. So please get out there, check out devices. We've got the Alcatel 1B, we've got the Alcatel 1 SE, we've got the Samsung A01 Core, we've got the Samsung A02S, and finally, we've got the Samsung S20 Fan Edition, which is selling like hotcakes. So please, if you want to grab a device, an all-star device, please head down to the participating Bmobile retail outlets and take advantage of the offer.
That seems like a lot of information, right? So, should our viewers have any questions, who should they contact?
Excellent question. So for more information, please call our customer care. Also, we've got Facebook, Instagram, and also if you have an email address, please email support@bmobile.com.pg.
That's great, Devin. Sounds like Bmobile customers have a lot to celebrate this month with the offers that are currently going on.
That's right, Rosemary. Bmobile, PNG's 100% owned national mobile network operator, a fact that we're very proud of. We're very happy to offer our customers the best valid bundle plans with our more packs, our cheap mobile data. Please take advantage of our second anniversary and get twice the data for all your data needs. Yes.
Thank you for coming on the show tonight, Devin.
My pleasure, and good night to all our viewers out there.
If you are someone that likes to dispose empty egg carton trays, you need to stop. Why? Because you can use these empty egg carton trays to create lovely home decorations. For this session, I will show you guys how you can create nice home decor, or I will pitch to you some ideas and you can modify it as you wish. Main object that you will use to create this home decor, and you have minor stuff or tools like the scissors. You can even use a blade in place of a scissors, or a rope, a wool preferably, and a wood. So I will just cut these egg trays into the pieces. Okay, I'll cut them according to their dips, or like this, right? So you want to cut the edge first so it makes it simpler, like this. So we want to make use of the dip or the depth that I will suggest. So what I'm going to do now is just cutting them into, so you should have something like this. Right, after you're done, I'm gonna start cutting them into flower petal shapes. All right, I'll just show you how you can cut one into a flower petal shape, and then I'll point the others that I've cut previously. All right, the flower petal will come out of one of these, one of them, not all of them. So you just wanna cut the top part of it like this, and then you cut them in 4, all right, like this. First, okay, this might not be a much neat work, but this is a demo of how you should cut the egg holder, like this. And you can always, increase the number of petals by cutting them into much more tiny sections. So like this, I've increased the sections, as you can see, right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shape these sections into a flower petal, all right? So this is like a rough demo or a rough work. I'm showing you how you can shape a egg holder into a flower petal. So our next step will be to knit the wool. Of course, the wool has to be attached to a needle. So you have to knit it through the artificial flower petals. All right, you can knit as many as you want to, but for this case, we will knit only 4 of them. All right, so you create holes in the middle, and what you want to do is to hang them upside down. All right, you want to put them face down like this. Okay, so we will be attaching 4 to a wool. All right, like I said, you can go as many as you want. So you should have something like this. So for this case, we have 4 petals to the wool. So our final step will be to glue the wools with the flower petals on them onto the wood that we have. All right, so I'm just gonna do that now. You can glue it anyhow you want it, but just make sure that it's on the wood. So after you attach the wool and the petals onto the wood, you should have something like this. You can always paint the petals, or you can add some additionals at the end of each rope, like pom-poms or whatsoever, to make it your best. All right, so for this is something I would put in the kitchen. That's it for our home decor segment. Welcome back to the show. Now I have a few life hacks for you, and I hope you find this practical. So for our life hacks, I will be showing you all how you can make use of empty containers. For this session, I will create a toothpaste and a toothbrush holder. It will work well in your bathroom. For example, you can tie ropes to the ends of it, all right? And you can place this is not a toothbrush, but you can place your toothbrush and you hang it up beside the sink in your bathroom. This can be done using empty bleach containers, all right? So I'm gonna use the blade, but if you're using a knife, then that's fine. Use whatever that works for you. I'm gonna cut it not really down, but just after the neck of the bottle. So you cut it in half like this, basically. You can increase the number of containers that you want to use. If you want to use 3, but make sure it's not more than 5, because then it will be really long. Just less than 5, not 1, not 2, definitely. 3 to 4 containers would do. But for this demonstration, I will be using only 2 containers. So after you cut the container, what you want to do is punch holes at the bottom of it, so that we can put the ropes into the holes. All right, so I'm gonna do that now. So now I have a already cut container and holes on both sides. All right, if you punch it over here, make sure that the hole on the other side is directly opposite and leveled. I have 2 containers with punched holes on both sides of them. All right, so your container should look something like this before you use the rope. You want to make sure that the rope you're using is strong. Definitely don't use a wool. Okay, I'm gonna put the rope through the hole to the other side. Okay. Tie the rope here. You want to do the same here as well, right? Once you're done with the first container, you put it aside. That's the first container, and you work on the next one. But this time, you are going to punch holes also at the top of the container, all right? At the top. So you have holes at the bottom and at the top. So I'm just gonna create 2 more extra holes at the top, right? Now that I have punched or made holes on the top of the container, I'm going to do the same thing, push the rope through, but this time it's a bit different. So you might want to pay attention closely. So we're going to use the first container and tie rope, right? We tie from the side. So after you tie the rope from the ends of the first container, you will decide on how far you want the next container to be, all right? Like this. But it mustn't be really close to the first container or really high, all right? It must be just right. Cut it. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, all right? I'm gonna do the same thing. Push the rope through the hole. Okay. Okay. Right size for the rope. All right. So you don't face inconvenience like me right now. So you pull it out, and this time you tie it. All right. You tie it up here. You should have something like this. This is like halfway through completion when you have the side. You do the same on the other side, and you create a handle, and that's it, we're done. So we will do it on the other side of the container, just like how we did it here. Same thing. We use a rope. All right. Like this. You measure how far you want it. So you should have something like this, right? And you can place your toothbrush, your toothpaste, place it beside the bathroom sink. It works well. It's long lasting and something you can create at home using just a nylon or a strong rope and an empty bleach container or containers. So that's it. That's our first life hack. Let's check out what we can do with another empty container. This time it's a see-through empty container, and we will create Faucet Extension. This life hack, you will need only a blade and a see-through container. All right. For this one, you just cut. All right. You will mainly be cutting enough for the faucet and for the water to flow through, like a gutter. So for this, I'm gonna cut a little square about here. Okay, I have something like this, and then you decide where you want to cut the end loose, whether on the lid or at the bottom of the container. So for this case, I'm gonna go with the bottom. Right? So what you wanna do is just cut open the bottom part of the container like this. So you have a square, a little opening here, and you have a much bigger opening here. Okay. Now I'll just create a sort of a mini waterway. So I'll cut open this one. And you should have your container looking like this, a much smaller hole at the top, and you have a opening at the end while you cut the middle to allow for water to flow through. So we will demo how it will work, but first let me just mention that you will have your faucet placed through this hole, and when you switch on the tap, the water flows through and goes to where you want it to go. All right, so this is how your simple faucet extension should basically look like. You can extend it if you want to, which means glue extra containers. Now if it is not applicable to you, meaning you do not use a public faucet or like that, maybe you can teach those ones that are using a public water tap. So it is easy and it makes their life easier as well. This resort was established about 3 years ago. Now we will be speaking with Mr. William Quara, who owns this place, and he will tell us what his resort offers. Come with me and let's go check him out. Hi viewers, I'm here at the beautiful Koke Hanua Resort in Boira. Just I think 15 minutes, yes, 15 minutes drive out from the city. And here with me I have the owner of the resort, Mr. William Quara. He will be telling us what he offers here at the resort. Thank you so much, Mr. William Quara. So tell us about the place.
Okay. First of all, welcome to Koke Hanua. We thank EMTV for coming out this way to promote SMEs or places like Koke Hanua. Okay, basically our core business in Koke Hanua at the moment is to cater for meetings, conferences, all sort of meetings, whether it's general meetings or VIP meetings, we can cater for that. On top of that, we do also cater for special events like weddings, birthdays, or any international events, for example, farewell dinners and things like that. So, but currently, because of the COVID-19, we have really scaled down on our activities, and also at the moment, not much business is coming this way. So we, as like any other SMEs, we are also struggling this year. Koke Hanua was established some 3-4 years ago, and as I mentioned earlier, we were aiming at our core business for the meetings, to cater for meetings. We have conference room facilities. People come out and enjoy the view here with their lunch and morning tea, afternoon teas. We have toilet facilities and plus the kitchen where we can do other catering business as well here.
All right. Do you have families coming here as well?
Yeah, we do have families because we also want to promote this place as like a family atmosphere, so that families can come out and enjoy the place, enjoy the view, rather than treating it like a public bar or anything like that. Yeah, so we want to maintain that and use this facility to attract more families who would like to come out and enjoy the scenery and the place.
So it's quite located inside, inside in the heart of the village. You want to tell us the name of the village and give us a bit of direction?
Well, as we are sitting here, at the back of us is the Poribara Village, and on that side is the Boira Village. And Boira is also a very traditional village where Iri or Lagatoyas emerged from this village, and I believe this year they are trying to host the Iri Mole at this village as well.
So Mr. Kwara was telling us that this place specializes mainly in meetings, conferences and all, but they also try to provide a family atmosphere. So it's a great getaway for you and your family. Also, tell us, what are the busiest days before COVID came in? Of course, what are the busiest days? So, and what are the convenient days for families to come in?
Well, mostly the weekends are the convenient, and I would say the busiest days, Saturday and Sunday, where especially Papua New Guineans, the young families want to come out and enjoy the place here. So those are the busiest days, because the weekdays, many of the people are working and they wouldn't have time to come out here. Thank you. We used to operate as oyster bar in Port Moresby prior to opening this place up, and our oyster bar is well known through its fish and chips, because the fish and chips that we provide is the best in Port Moresby and I think in Central Province. So if you want to enjoy the best fish and chips, come out to Koke Hanua at the weekend and enjoy.
So viewers, if you want to enjoy the best fish and chips, come out to Koke Hanua.
We PNG women, we are Papua New Guineans, right? And Mary blouse is one of the attire that we want to wear every day. My name is Alice Simetroja, and I'm from East New Britain province. I am the owner of Gifted Ends, which is on Facebook as Gifted Ends, but actual business name is Noble Hands Tailoring. I started off this business back in 2018 after I lost my mom. For me, it all started off from brokenness after losing my mom. We started traveling out to conduct sessions out of NCD in June, May. We went to Lay. I was surprised that we had we registered 30 people, 30 women, and then I was surprised that we had 43. 13 more got on board, and then that really touched my heart. When I walked into the room, I saw these women, and I was touched, and I was like, oh, this is something big, and these are souls that we are educating, not just physically through skills, but also spiritually too. Spiritual as well. So the second province we traveled to was Kokopo. 38 women attended our sessions in Kokopo. So when we came back to Port Moresby, we had more interest. Women requesting for us to go back there. So because we have an assistant there, we're planning to do weekend sessions in Kokopo. The first week of next month, we'll be traveling to Goroka. And end of the month, of August, we'll be in Mount Hagen. So it seems like our schedule for the whole year is fully booked every month. We're having sessions. So in NCD alone, we conduct weekly sessions as well as weekend sessions because the demand is very high here in NCD. One thing that I realized in PNG is a lot of our women, they don't really know how to sew Mary blouse, but they can wear. So I use this platform to empower them through sewing, and basically most of all is through sharing the word of God with them. I've left my job just to concentrate in empowering our women in Papua New Guinea. And on board I have 4 assistants, and I only focus on Mary blouse, so I also got on board a sister who also assists with lady shirt, men's shirt, and dress. Currently I'm operating in Gerehu, Stage 3B, Miller Drive, but I'm looking for a place so that I can probably hire or buy a land so that can cater for all these women, because the demand is growing, not just within NCD, but also out of NCD as well. And I have 2 sons, and my husband is very supportive, and is looking forward to support me all the way. Before I started this session, I resigned from my former employment with one of the multi-level marketing company. Through my employment, I'm not a teacher by profession, but through my employment, I learned a lot of things on the job. I was also given an opportunity to go out to Japan, especially to learn about community development. So one thing I learned while there was identifying issues in the community. So that's one of the things that I learned that it kind of motivated me to identify that there is a need, especially with sewing, and especially with sewing Mary blouse. As a trainer, it's kind of like a challenge for me having males on board, because normally we don't see a lot of Papua New Guinean male attending a sewing session. So the first session that I conducted was our pastor from our church, ALC Church. He attended, and now he can really sew for his wife and his daughters. And we also had one in 2019 or 20. One of the students at IBSU, and he's really doing really well. The last time he called me and he told me that, hey, I'm making 4,000 hina already for my school fee. And currently we have another male participant with us. He lives at Kennedy Estate, okay? And his name is Namba, but he's really excited to attend the session. It's not all about monetary value and all that, but it's all about, sharing that the love that we have with the other fellow women. So for me personally, through the sessions, I don't hold back anything. I give with all my heart, whatever knowledge that I have, I share with all my heart, and that is why when I see participants walking out on the 5th day, on the fourth day of every sessions. I see them walking out confidently, yes, and with smiles.
Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed the color story for this week. Before we go, if you have any questions or queries regarding anything that was shown tonight, do not hesitate to contact us via the contact details shown on your screen. Remember to always adhere to the COVID-19 precautionary measures, and that is wear your face mask, wash your hands regularly, and as much as possible, avoid crowded places. Or if you are in crowded places, remember to maintain social distancing. Viewers, the Tokyo Olympic will also be broadcasted live here on your number one to watch, EMTV, so keep on watching EMTV. Until then, I'm your host, Rosemary. I'll see you next time.